Hi, hello guys and gals, and welcome back to the Den of Tools. It is going to be Low Energy Monday. It is June 16th, which means it's time for, you're going to have to say it, not me. I've been fighting off a sinus infection or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we still got hot deals for you, so we're going to get into it. First of all, let's thank a couple sponsors. We got some cool stuff here for you. First one we got is the handheld oscilloscope from GoChiFix. Now this thing, honestly, I gotta tell you, oscilloscopes are this kind of thing that I go back and forth. I'm not a hardcore electrical kind of guy, but there have been many, many times where I've been like, hey, I just want to pop an oscilloscope on this and see what's going on. Check this out. I don't need one of those super big, expensive ones. Just this little handheld unit like this. Look, it's got two inputs, one output there. It's got the little kickstand base on it. It's got, I think, 18650 cells, two of them in there. So it's rechargeable through the USB port right here. You got your other inputs right here. It comes with your standard inputs, and it comes with a couple alligator to the BNC connector there. So you got all your cables and everything you need. The only downside I will say on this, because I mean, look at that display. That's nice and crisp, easy access on everything here, and press and hold, and everything just there turns off there, nice, quick, and fast. But it comes with a bag. Guys, do a case. Do one of those soft cases. You know who I am. I like the bag is like, well, at least it has this, because there's some that don't. But let's go back and take a look at it here, because we're looking at the GoChiFix. It's a 3-in-1 automotive oscilloscope, 2-channel, 80 megahertz bandwidth. It's normally, normally 180, but they have a 15% off coupon right now. If you click right there, it's going to add the coupon for you, and that's going to knock, I don't know, I'm not doing math today, guys. You're going to have to do the math yourself, but 15%, that's no slouch. And that's a nice little oscilloscope for that price. Now, let's keep going on. Next, we've got from HSF Tools. We've talked about them before. We've got a couple of their thermal cameras here. Now, they really just wanted me to promote this one today, the HF96V. We've talked about this a lot. This is their budget-minded one. It's currently 18% off, down to $180.49, and it's fantastic. But then they also have the F2W, which I absolutely love, and it's currently got a $50 off coupon, so your choice. But I wanted to show them to you both here on camera, because I have both of them right here. And let me power them both up. But this is the size difference. You can see there on just like the sensor size, the handheld size, and then what it really comes down to is the screen size. Now, of course, this one, okay, I was worried this one was dead. But there you can see the screen on this, and you can see how terrible I look in infrared there, or thermal, I should say. Let me see if I can capture the, come on. I'm trying to see, oh, you can kind of see the logo back there on the wall. Since it's a LED strip, it outlines it. And then we've got this one here. And that's what I look on that. And then if we see, you can see it much easier there. Trying to compare the two. Let's see if we can compare my face with both of them. There we go. I mean, if you're just doing basic around the house kind of stuff, this is going to be great. All right. For basic DIY, I think this is all you're going to need. If you want to get serious and maybe, honestly, you could probably make a few bucks just doing the neighbors kind of stuff. Ever since people found out I've got a thermal camera, all my buddies are like, hey, can you come out and check out? I want to see if I got a leak on the AC unit or something like that. They're great. You can find all sorts of uses for them. Great for finding the hot spots on your barbecue. I realize that's not the biggest issue. I think one of the funnest things I was able to do was I had I still have it. It's a 99, not Silverado, was it? Suburban. And the thermostat, the thermostat was suspect, and you could just point it right at like the main hose and see if it wasn't getting any coolant through it, and really easy to see what was going on there. But anyway, let's go back here. So this one, again, it's on sale for $180.49, and this one is going to be like basically $110 more. This one does come with a soft case with it, with a really nice charging cable and everything. This one comes with, I think, the same cable, but no case. I don't believe I got a case with this one. Anyway, we'll have links and everything down below. Let's keep going with the rest of the stuff here. So next up, we got the Amazon Basic 16-piece chrome vanadium steel chisel punch set here with a storage pouch for $13.70. I know Amazon Basics, and I'm gonna relax here because, all this stuff in my head. I wanted to take a drill on Saturday to relieve the pressure. It was nuts. But could have used the punch set for that. Anyway, it's not a top line one, but for basic stuff, you know, it'll probably do. 1370 on that. Let's keep going here. We've got the, if I can do it right, what a day here. The Redivus. I do want to talk about these. I got to use these on our opening day over at the off-road park, and I thought I had them here on the desk. I don't. I think they're in the car. Anyway, what I really love about these is they're super slim line. Let me see if they show a side profile on it. Well, they show it in a pocket there. But they are, let's see here. Now, of course, the best feature here, they show it there, right there. They're super slim, fit in the pocket, nice, slim, and easy. Have a spot for an ear jack. You can put it in a charging port, or you can just plug it into USB-C on it. You can get the 6-port station here for $110. It's on sale. Redivus did send these to me like a year ago, and I've been toying around with them. And honestly, I thought they worked pretty well. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that they're the best super long range, but for, you know, basic line of sight kind of stuff, they worked just fine. All right, let's keep going. The Wolfbox 4000 amp. Now, I've had some time, and I'm going to do a video on this, but I've had some time to play around with this. So I've been using it on my Ram 3500. Now, batteries have been going bad on this thing, and they've been going bad for a while, and I've been limping along. And when the battery was showing on the dash, it was showing at 9 volts, which clearly is not enough to start, a 6.7 liter diesel. I could throw this, and it's a dual battery system. Both batteries going bad, showing 9 volts. I could throw it on there, and it would jump start it. And then I let the car set for, I think it was 2 weeks, and they went dead. And to the point like you turn the ignition, and the dash lights didn't even come on. And it would not jump start it from flat. So this will jump start a diesel engine if it's not 100% dead. Now, I haven't yet found one that will jumpstart one from 100% dead, so if you've got a suggestion, put it down below in the comments. And I've tried a lot of them, but nothing will charge for 100% dead. I'm going to try it on my on that Suburban. It's been sitting for a while. Let's go try that. Probably include that in the video. Anyway, my son's borrowing the truck for the next month, and he just left from here in Montana. He's driving down to where he lives near Vegas. And we put new batteries in it, but just in case, I did send this with him. I think that, you know, unless you let this thing get completely dead, which I don't think is going to happen, and we got new batteries in it, but just to be safe, I think it's a good jump starter. I felt good enough to send it with my son. It comes in a nice case, the semi-rigid case. It comes with cables, comes with a good adapter on it. And for $120, I think it's one of the better high-power jump starters out there. All right, let's keep going. Next up, we've got the Meguiar's Quick Shine, Shine As You Dry Quick Wax. 24-ounce bottle here, wet or dry use. 46% off, taking it down to $6.98. Then we got the Hot Shine Foam here for your tires. It's on sale 68% off, down to $3.81. How about this? I can't pronounce it. Maybe you can. Easily. Oh my gosh, these Amazon names. But what it is your standard magnetic socket drawer organizer. The kind of fancier style where, you know, they're tiered and stuff like that. They're not the best for maximum use of space, but they do look nice and they do a great job. Really, when it comes to socket organizing, it's your call there, which way you want to go. But if you want to go this route, 6 pieces for $30. That's a pretty good deal. All right, we got the Stanley. Why is this there? I meant to put this at the end. Anyway, Stanley Quencher. Maybe something for you, for the missus. I don't know. 30-ounce there cup. My wife loves hers. I stick with my, what is it? What's that gas station down in the south with the beaver on it? Like Buc-ee's. I stick with my Buc-ee's tumbler. Anyway, $20.99 on that one. Best Choice pop-up tents, 10 by 10. I've been shopping for pop-up tents for the off-road track. We need to get some more. I like these. They've come with the bags there. You can throw some sand, dirt, and gravel in there. You got the whole case, carrying case, everything nice, 10 by 10, one-person setup, push button with the weight bags, all of that, 31% off, down to $110. All right, then we got the Ego Mower. We've talked about this one before. If you're not using electric, I'm sorry. It's just electric's where it's at when it comes to mowers these days. You get one battery free with this. You're getting the 7.5, you're getting the 5 amp battery as a free bonus. Ego is the top of the line outdoor power equipment right now. I will say this, Greenworks hot on their tail, but I still say the Ego is the best of the best right now, coming in at $600 on this. Then we got the sickle machete because, sometimes you need a sickle, sometimes you need a machete. Why have to pick and choose when you can have the sickle machete? This was sent in by a viewer here from Lozingo. I don't know these names. 1487 claims to be 50% off. I mean, it's $15 for a machete. That's not a terrible price on that. Let's keep going. We got the 4-piece pry bar set. Now look at this. You got the hammer nail puller with the pry bar. Then you have your basic, just leverage breaker bar kind of thing, and then this thing, I don't even know what that is. I guess that's a striker end on it, and they're kind of in the faux Irwin blue, and then you've got your carpenter's pincers, nail puller style thing down there. An interesting set. It's on sale. Normally it's $26. It's on sale 50% off down to $13. And there's a 5% off coupon that's going to take another, 60 some cents off of it. All right, Kershaw Iridium folding pocket knife. Kershaw's really been stepping up their game. This is a nice looking knife, 3.4 inch D2 steel. Love the look on that. The iridium red there on this. Looks like the clip is reversible on that. It's got the Axis style lock. I like the point on it. It seems like a nice blade. I would be happy with that. $48.80, was it $48.33? Seems like a decent price. Let's keep going. The Hodo 25-in-1 precision screwdriver set. Were you planning to get one? Were you hoping to get one of these screwdriver sets for Father's Day and you didn't get one? Well, here you go. It's time to get one for yourself. $30. $30 for a set like this is a ridiculous price. It's 40% off, guys. If you do anything with electronics, I was just doing it today. I was using one of these screwdrivers today, opening up the battery component on something. Just makes it easier. $30 on that. Comes with all the bits, a nice little case. Treat yourself for something nice here. We got the Craftsman. If you want to go old school, we got the ratcheting bit set here, 44-piece in Craftsman black and red there. It's coming in for under $20. Actually, that's not a bad price on that. Then we got this one. This is one of the ones that I tell you, I bought this myself several years ago. I needed a broom, just got Labradors. They shed like you would not believe. Anyone who tells you Labradors don't shed, they're a liar. Don't buy real estate or cars from them. Anyway, I bought one of these just to help sweep up around the house between vacuuming. And I didn't think it would last because it's the one where like the components screw together for the shaft. I'm like, this thing's going to break. My got kids and they do stupid stuff and things. No, it's fine. And it works great. And it's got this great little comb system here. So as you sweep it in, the bristles go into that. You pull it straight up and it sifts all the fur and nasty stuff out of there and the dust bunnies and whatnot. This is actually a great little set. And it's $18.83. 42% claimed. You're going to have to move quick on it. All right, then we got the Autel. Of course, I've talked about Autel before, and it's the bidirectional. We've talked about that. If you want to get, this is where you're getting into serious diagnostics. This is a value pro level tool, all right? It's 2025 data. Yeah, you've got several years of updates built in, 28 plus service tests, all the things that you're going to need on this. If you're looking at a bidirectional, Autel, you know what I'm talking about here. 20% off, that's a stellar price. Taking it down to sub $400, $383.19. All right, the Wagyu, I just had it. Oh my gosh, trying to convince some old school electricians to try these Wagyus is insane. I know everyone loves wire nuts, and we can get into a complaint of wire nuts are better. I get it, but if you're setting stuff up, and I'm often prepping stuff, and I like to get everything all set up and do a dry run first and then take it apart and put it in and then test it again. And I'm like every step of the way, I'm always testing it. And when you're doing that with wire nuts, you're doing a lot of use and abuse on the wires. But with these Wagyu systems, you just clip it open, slide it in, shut it. And if you want to test it, there's a port on the back. You can test the whole thing with your multimeter. You don't have to even take the thing apart. I love these systems. Yes, they're more expensive per component, but I'm not building out, commercial structures or something. And for that, the difference in prices is pennies. $42.95. It's going to get you a 90-piece assortment. let me tell you, this is the way to go when it comes wire nuts. I hate dealing with wire nuts anymore when I can just use these. All right, $42.95 on those. All right, this thing just I had to include it because I don't know anything about it. It's a 21 volt, 4 amp hour powered leaf blower that's clearly never been designed to blow leaves. And I think the most honest thing here is they show it blowing dust and blowing stuff off your car and maybe helping a fire get going. It's $62.98. Is this something anybody would be interested? That's because sometimes I have to stop myself because I look at this and I laugh. I'm like, that's a stupid product. Nobody wants that. And then I go, maybe I'm missing something. I'm not perfect. There's only one person who ever was, and it's on me. So if I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. Is this something you would use? Do you have one of these or something similar to that? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen the Ego stuff where you get the snub nose on it for drying your car and stuff. But are you going to buy a separate dedicated, oh my gosh, how many RPMs is this? It's 500,000 RPMs. Their claim, not mine. 2X. What does the 2X mean? They forgot. The only word they forgot to add in here was turbo. It's got super wind speed, enduring and stable, powerful motor, small and lightweight, easy to carry. I don't know. $62.98. You tell me. Is this something we should be looking at as a real tool? All right. Next up, we got the gear wrench. Now, this is a real tool. No question about it. This is the one and done solution. You got 6 and 12 point sockets in here. You've got three ratchets, extensions, a small breaker bar, some wobbles as well. Basically everything, just one and done in the foam tray. Normally $346. It's on sale 28% off, down to $249.76, basically $250. All right, then we've got the SunX. Now, we've talked about these, the low-profile 3/8 hex impacts before. Well, SunX, this is their bid in that, and they got it in the blow mold case rather than just on the rail. Quarter inch to 3/4 inch, 6 millimeter to 19 millimeter, chrome moly, dual size markings, for $22.97. Seems like a nice little set. Then we got the Jorgensen. This one again was sent in by a viewer. 3.5 inch mini wood planer. I don't really know anything about it. I'm not a big hand planer kind of guy. I know some of you are. Let me know what you think. And Jorgensen used to be a big name back in the day. They got bought out by, I believe, Great Star, like almost everyone else has been. But I don't know. Is it still a good product? It's $12.73. Maybe for some light duty work. I mean, it's not it's a mini wood planer, 3.5 inch. It's clearly not, used for big work, but for that small detail work, maybe not a bad deal. All right, we got the Black & Decker workbench table. This is not my favorite portable workbench out there, but it's also less than half the price of most workbenches. And it's at its lowest price in 30 days, coming in at $42.79. So if you're on a budget, or maybe you're looking for like a camp setup or something like that, you could be used for that. So camping and working on stuff and who knows what else. You could get this $42.79 on that. And we got the Klein USA made nut driver set here. We got 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 millimeter 3-inch chrome hollow shaft, 7-piece with the standard, Klein kind of screwdriver style handle, 16% off, taken down to $42.06. Then we've got the Greenworks, was it 1800 PSI, 1.2 GPM pressure washer, open frame. It's not my favorite pressure washer, but if you're looking for a bargain pressure washer that has that nice style, kind of dolly style frame, it's not a bad starter kind of pressure washer here. For $120, it's not terrible. Plus, it comes with all the bits. It's a universal bit socket style, so you can get your own ones aftermarket. It's got the soap dispenser built in. It's decent. All right, then we got Wolfbox again. Now, Wolfbox, a lot of people have been jumping into this whole air duster kind of thing. Wolfbox does make some quality stuff. I think this is a pretty good product, actually, especially for that price, 42% off, taking it down to $69.99. I will say this, if you've not tried an air duster yet, I don't know what to do with you, man. Stop buying canned air. Stop filling up your whole air compressor just to dust something off. I usually have one. Yeah, I've got not the Wolf Box. I mean, I keep one of these around all the time. They're tremendously useful for I can't talk, for all sorts of stuff. And the Wolf Box makes a great one. And plus, you get all those great accessories with it. Now, let's keep going. We got the Klein Tools Torpedo Level, 8-inch billet magnetic level with the V-groove, the tapered nose, high-vis vials in the Klein orange so you can find it when you're looking for it. It's 26% off, coming down to $22.20. Then we got one of my favorite. Probably used to be my favorite, but now I'm going to say it's my second favorite multi-tool out there. I do love the form on this. It's great. Again, the full kit here for $100. Remember, this isn't just the basic one. This is the brushless XR. That's the top of the line when it comes to DeWalt. The only thing better than this, I think, is maybe the Atomic, which is almost the same kind of power and slightly smaller. But you're not getting the full kit there for $99. Then we got the Skill. It does go cheaper sometimes, but $279 is a decent price. It is a definitely considerate kind of price. Now, normally it sits around $300, and it drops on sale all the time for like $280, $290, or $290, I think. So this is about $10 cheaper than this. It has, in the last year, once dropped to $250, and that was right around Christmas. Now, there are other times where it's dropped down to around $275, and it's done that 3 or 4 times. Now, the question is, you're like, well, if I can get it cheaper, well, here's the question I've got for you. It's $279. Are you going to wait 4 months to save $5? Would you rent this tool for 5 months in between for $5? And if you would, then buy it now and just suck up the $5. That's the way you got to think about these things. I get it. There's always that, I got to hunt it down and get the best deal. Trust me, this guy gets it. But sometimes you have to stop and think about, but I can be using it right now. So am I putting off work for 2 or 3 months or whatever over $5? I wouldn't wait for that. I would buy it at the $279 price. It's a great saw. Let's keep going. The Dremel 4300 here. This is like the top of the line corded Dremel. This is the full size, gets everything done, has all the power, no compromise, and it's $100, guys. You get all the accessories, the collets, everything else, all of that for $100 in the top of the line brand Dremel. They're the guys who created this the niche here. So if you're going to buy one and you got $100 in your budget, this is the pull the trigger price on it. All right, we got the DeWalt portable 6-gallon, 5-horsepower wall-mounted garage vac. Now, what this is it's a wall mount that also pops off the wall and you can take with you. So it's a kind of a do-it-both kind of thing. And, is it going to be the most powerful one out there? Probably not. But for like basic garage stuff, this is, as they show it, the car detailing. That's what this is for. This is not for hooking up to your table saw or something like that. I guess you could probably rig something. If you wanted to do that, set up a 2-stage, and this would probably work pretty well with a small dust collector system with a 2-stage. Is it getting hot in here? Or is it just me? Oh, it's 90 degrees in here because I don't have the AC on because I want to be able to have you hear me. Oh my gosh. It's like Montana has no chill. It's either all chill or all heat. It's like spring is like this long. Fall is even less. They should go straight from hot to cold and cold to hot. All right, anyway, let's get back into it. Toolant Impact Magnetic Nut Drovers. Now, back in the day, Toolant sent me a bunch of stuff, and they did send me this set. I got to tell you, I've used it a bunch. I like it. Magnetic nut setters are great because that way you can be just running stuff off full speed. You don't have to worry about if you're going to fling the nut across the room, and you know what I'm talking about. And it's 26% off for a full kit here. They're built with a 1/4-inch quick change to run on an impact driver, not an impact wrench. If you're doing light assembly, disassembly kind of stuff, working on small to medium sized kind of things, this is a great set for that. For $36.99 is so convenient. There just aren't words for it. Then we got, again, my favorite budget tool system or toolbox storage system is the T-Stack. Also This is the same as its sibling, the Craftsman VersaStack. The only difference is the colors. This is their extra large box here. Honestly, just on its own, even if you didn't get into the whole system, just as a storage box for $29, not a bad deal. At 13% off, on top of the fact you can use it with all this other stuff, just makes it fantastic. All right, next we've got Built Hard. Oh, I love these names. Anyway, it's a cool looking polybarrel cement mixer. Low center of gravity makes it easier to move around, easier to dump, the whole 9 yards. 4 cubic feet for a portable poly barrel. Considering the price of some of these stuff, and I like the form factor on it, $349, $350. It seems like a decent price to me. What do you all think about it? Is this something you'd be interested in using? All right, then we got the Craftsman 159-piece mechanics tool set. This is a great one-and-done starters set, all right? I get it. I am as upset as anybody else that Craftsman's not made in the U.S., and we all wish it was. But that reality is not in front of us. So we're left with what we're left. And for DIY tools, Craftsman's not up here. It's now down here. But for down here at $100 for a 159-piece starter tool set, that's not a bad deal. Look at all the sockets you get with this, and you get some wrenches. You get 3 ratchets. You get some extensions. Yeah, it's got some filler, but the filler's not terrible. I mean, the Allen keys, that's always the biggest detriment. But the bit driver's a decent bit driver. For a DIYer, I can't find fault with this. All right, then we got the ELAD. This is another one of these new Amazon brands that have been popping up. When it comes to DIYer impacts, though, 3/8 dry, 50-piece, full set with universals, extension bar. It's got some reducers, socket adapters. It's got a ratchet. Again, for an impact set, that's not a bad deal for under $40. Yeah, sure, why not? And then we got basically this is by CD. This is by ELAD. Tell me it's just not a different color set. All right, now this is a 1/2-inch, 29-piece half-inch for $43.69. So you can get the 3/8 for $38. Let's see how much of their half-inch. Where's their half? Here, 67-inch for $100. Yeah, that's a bit of a step up. And get this one here coming in for $43.69. It's 18% off. So yeah. That's why we're showing them like that. But again, for the DIYer, for the guy in the budget, maybe the person on the fixed income. Remember, guys, not every tool is meant for you. All right? I get a lot of people who are like, that's a crappy tool or something, blah, blah. Yeah, for you, maybe. Maybe for me, I got a ton of tools and stuff to choose from, all this kind of stuff. Maybe I wouldn't choose that. But I'm not the guy who's, retired, single income, just getting started. There was a time in my life where I'd be like, oh, I wish I could buy that. Wish I could afford it. And we've all been there. So don't hate on the tool just because you can afford something nicer, all right? Anyway, we got the Hulkme drill brush system. And again, Drill Brush started this, and they kind of, I don't know, I feel like they've lost their way. There's never any deals on them. They've gotten into this whole thing about all these little subsets and everything. And gosh, phone, be quiet. Although I should probably check my phone, considering that Duncan's on the road right now. If you see my truck driving through, it's probably Idaho or Utah right now, and it's not me, just still wave, because he's on his way back down to Vegas driving my truck. Did I mention he took my truck? I love my kids. Anyway, $18 on this set. 25% off. I think, honestly, this is a great starter set. It's got everything you need. Once you've tried these, I'm going to come back here. Once you've tried a set like this, you will not go back to hand scrubbing. You just won't. It is, the first time I used a set like this on a grill, you get it. You're just like, oh, I understand. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's keep going here. We got the VacMaster 6-gallon wet dry vac. I love this one. It's great for the home gamer because it's got the 2 options. You can use it as a standard shop vac, and then you can pop the top off and blow the garage out, get rid of all the little dust. Because you know what it's like. You suck everything up, and there's still that fine layer of dust on everything. And then you pop the top off of this, and you go at it, and you blow all that out, and now it's really clean. And you can get all that 22% off, down to $70.28. All right, this is one I did not think I would be recommending. This is the Greenworks hand pouches. I've kind of been iffy about them because I just felt that they are not at that true prosumer level. They're kind of like there wasn't a huge level, but again, if you're just looking for this and it integrates with the light work or light duty Greenworks outdoor power equipment as well, if that's your game you're looking for, look at this. You're getting a drill. It was a hammer drill. You're getting an impact wrench, an impact driver, a flashlight, a multi-tool, a recip saw, a grinder, a circ saw, 2 batteries, 2 chargers, all the accessories, all of that for $420. That'll give you a buzz, right? Anyway, metal storage cabinets. Now, again, this is one I think a lot of people really kind of sleep on. If you are having an issue with organization in your shop, there's just, stuff laying here, get 1 or 2 of these, stick them in a corner somewhere, and just take all that miscellaneous stuff and put it in there, and it just makes your shop look and feel so much better. It's also great for storing all those chemicals and stuff, things that maybe might be combustible. Put them in a cabinet like this to keep them away from anything else. Now, as far as the size of this, we got to talk about the size on this cabinet. It's $140, it's 10% off, but they show what the cabinet is. Was it 70.87 inches high? Now, by comparison, we have her at 67 inches, including her, what are those, like 6-inch heels? I don't know. Let's see here, 67 divided by 12. So she's 5'5". 5'5". And most of that is heels. So, and in a pinstriped suit. And I love the AI tools and stuff that are in here because I have no idea what that is. That's a fake drill if I ever saw it. Please stop doing this kind of stuff, folks. But still, lockable metal shelves. It's already 20% claim. They're going to go quick. I can't say it enough. Yes, I will be honest. When you get them, they are kind of a pain because you have to assemble them, line them all up. But once you get it fully assembled, they work just fine. And you will be happy that you got some organization in your shop. All right, now let's keep going here. Next up, we got the Skill Core Fix. This is just the standard base fixed base router. It's under $80. It's under $80. This is a buy it now kind of price. Now, it does hit this price, I would think, almost quarterly. All right? Almost quarterly. And I have seen it as low as like $78, I think, something like that. So not much lower. But if you've been waiting, it bounces back and forth, like does like 2 months here, then goes back for 2 months. It's ridiculous. But this is the buy it now price. And again, other than stepping up to a Bosch, you're not going to come anywhere close. And a lot of guys have gotten this and said, you know what, they like it just as much as the Bosch. Again, their words, not mine. All right, we got another get out of jail for free tool here. This is the right angle screwdriver. They say it's a gift or something. You can get it for whatever you want. Buy it for yourself. I don't think anyone's going to check. But that said, this is your super low profile bit driver set that's going to allow you to get into all those little nooks and crannies and things where you're like, how am I supposed to get that out? This is that tool. And it's under $10, guys. It's $8.48 right now. Again, this is, not the tool you're probably going to use every day, but when you need it, you're like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I've got that. All right, let's jump over to Walmart. The Work Pro 125-piece household tool kit. This is a beginner kind of set, but look, you got a little driver, electric driver on there. You got a hammer, you got all your basic pliers and such, some precision screwdrivers, a bit driver for everything else, scissors, a work bag, a level, everything you need to get started. I like to call these my first apartment tool kits kind of stuff. And you know what? At $100, which is the normal price on that, that's ridiculous. But at $40, my gosh, that is what, 60% off? If you got somebody going off to college or something like that, or moving into their first apartment, or maybe you just need one to throw like in the RV or something like that. Maybe that's a good kit for this, or a good selection for this kit. Anyway, $40 on that. Then we're over at Lowe's. We got the Cobalt 22-piece 1/4-inch, 3/8 drive, and 1/2-inch accessory kit. You're getting swivels, you're getting upsizing and downsizing, you're getting extensions. All of that for $20. That is a great selection right there. We also have the Cobalt ratcheting wrench set. This is a decent little set, guys. Is it, you know, a top of the line ratcheting wrench? No, but for the DIYer, 20-piece SAE and metric, it's going to cover most of the things you need. And once you've started using ratcheting wrenches, you won't go back. $60 on that. That's a pretty solid deal. Then we're going to come over here and we got Cobalt's 297-piece tool set. So if you like that Craftsman one, here's another one to consider. You got 2 drawers plus the top box, 3 ratchets, all the sockets. You got tons of bits. There's some, some wrenches and stuff in there as well. You're looking at $100, $99 on that. Now let's jump over to Greenworks. We talked about them before. We've got the factory refreshed or renewed 80-volt, 800 CFM brushless leaf blower. Comes with the battery and the charger, all of this for $150. This is normally a $250 tool set. This is $100 off getting it factory refreshed direct from the factory. I always look at this as they found the weak part in the tool and they've replaced it. So now it's even better than new. That seems like a great deal right there. Then we've got the whole combo kit here. You're getting the mower plus the blower. Again, this is going to be small yards. It's a 17-inch mower. It's going to kind of be one of these micro mowers like I've talked about. It's got a decent blower, 610 CFM. That's a good mid-sized kind of blower. You're getting the battery, you're getting the charger. Now, this is in the 60-volt line. Just be aware it's not the 80-volt, 60-volt. And it's on sale right now for $374, $375. Remember, I looked at that. I showed the, the Cobalt one for $300. For $75 more, you're stepping up to a 60-volt, and you're getting the blower thrown in as well. All right, next up, we've got over at Aldi. Now, this was sent in. He's like, it's not as nice as the U.S. General magnetic paper towel holder, but it's half the price. But it's more than that. It's not only is it a paper towel holder, but it's a shelf on top of that. So you're getting a shelf plus a paper towel holder, and because it's got the open end on it, it's quick change. It's $8. I don't know, maybe not right for your toolbox, maybe right for the barbecue, maybe for the kitchen. I don't know. Seems like a great deal on a towel holder for $8. Then we're over at Menards. Everybody and their brother sent me these bit drivers. I must have had 20 emails this morning about the Menards Impact bit set here. So this is the Impact driver bit set, 21 piece. Normally $5, on sale for $336, plus the rebate takes it down to sub $3, $2.99. I like it just for the case, but you know how I am about cases. And then we've got the 2-inch piece, 11-piece set here, 2-inch bits, 11-piece set for $2.99 also. So you get the straight impacts or the extended impacts there. Your choice. You can get them both for $6. No one's going to stop you. Maybe the Menards police will get you. I don't know. This threw me for a loop. Gardner Bender, what a name. It's a LED work light and Bluetooth speaker in one, because I was just sitting there going, if only my work lights were also speakers. Well, there you go. Worry no more. Menards has got you covered for only $15. We've got the Mr. Crappy fishing set. For those of you who don't know, crappie is a fish. All right. Smith's. Is that from the grocery store? Anyway, there's a Smith's grocery store. I don't know. Mr. Crappy yellow fishing set here, 4-piece for $12.99. Again, sent in by a viewer. We've got the M18 Fuel lithium-ion cordless torque impact wrench. This is a lot of torque, folks, with the batteries to boot and the charger. Everything coming in for $300. Then we've got the Shockwave Impact Duty Alloy Steel Screwdriver bit set plus the spade bit set. Normally $146, 45% off, taking it down to under $80. Then we've got the M18 starter kit here. It's not the top of the line. It's not even the midline. This is the basic brush combo kit. But it's a solid one. And if you think you're going to live in the Milwaukee tool system and eventually grow and expand, it's a good place to start. 50% off, taking it down to $4.99. All right, then we got it's summer. It's time to start getting our summer gear going. This is the default equipment for summer. You got the fan, the light, and the speaker, all working off the Ryobi battery with the charger for $79. Even if you're not in the Ryobi system, I recommend this. I have some Ryobi tools, but none of them that I use like every day. They're all specialty tools. But this, we always have these because, like, if we're going to a ball game or a picnic or something, the wife always wants the fan. You got some tunes. If it gets a little late, you have the light. It's a great set to have. It really is. For $79, it's a no-brainer. All right, and today only at Home Depot, it is mini split day. If you're looking to get your cooling on, and I highly recommend it. Mini splits are so awesome. They're so quiet. They push good cold air. Plus, some of them you get them with a heat pump where they also do heat in the winter. They're fantastic systems, and we got prices anything. We got up to $4,339 and down to what is this, $550? I don't know how good the Costway one is, but if you just need a basic little mini split, I think I'd be willing to try it. That's the price of that's less than the price of some in-window AC units. Here's one for $500 from Turbro. Not Turbo, Turbro. All right. Anyway, $500 on that, and it works with it's a smart one. It works with your phone app. Anyway, if you've been looking for one, now it looks like now is the time across all of the brands there they have over at Home Depot. If you're looking to get a mini split, I would pull the trigger on that today. Then we got the Eufy security system here, the S220. This is their older one. It's 2K, not the 4K system. But you know what? For basic security, you don't need a monthly plan. You don't need to have the home base. It'll work with the home base. You don't have to have it. You don't ever have to plug these suckers into anything because they get all their power from the sun as long as you have a good sun-facing view on it. I use the 4K system, and I absolutely love it. For $65, I don't see how you could come close to this. All right, and then we got two power options, both in the 1,000 watt-hour kind of capacity. Now remember, that's like how big the gas tank is. Now they'll put out more power than that, 1,800 watts, 2,400 watt peak output. But if you're going camping, you want general, miscellaneous, portable power usage, I recommend the Anchor here. It's a great system. You got 6 120s. You got the cigarette lighter style port. You even have a light that's actually useful on the thing. And look at the price on this. The price on these has just cratered this year. $449 on this. That is ridiculous. Anchor makes some of the best ones out there. Although I will say this, there is an Anchor recall on the little tiny power banks. If you go to the post section on the channel, I posted it. So you can go check it out. But anyway, great system here. Now, if you want to do like fine electronics, your laptops, your drones, your cameras, any high-end electronics, get the DJI. It's going to be a few bucks more. It's $700 with a $150 coupon. That's going to take it down to $550. So $550 for the DJI, and it's 1,000 watts also, 220 peak, 26. It'll do a little bit more output. It doesn't have as many 120s because you're going to be plugging in all these USB-Cs, and external power, direct port kind of things there. Versus the Anchor, which is more, like I said, more camping business. All right, this one's casual, this one's formal, if you would. And they're both tools for specific jobs. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I'm saying that they're better at different jobs than the other one. So anyway, that's what we got for you here. Hopefully this cold. Maybe I'll go see the doc and get a pill or something. I don't know. I always have trouble kicking these sinus infections. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. If you like what we do, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.